guys, it's me, Aego here. Hi. Hello. The popular No-SEBUM powder from Innisfree is back, but now in the form of a cushion. So today, let's take a look at this great summer season cushion as I introduce the No-SEBUM powder cushion, show a swatch of all the shades, go over the way it's to be applied, check on its smearing, and even do a mask test. An overwhelming soft 48-hour coverage. Innisfree's No-SEBUM powder cushion released in a total of 4 shades. The packaging of the No-SEBUM powder cushion is said to be made of 100% recycled paper, and the case is made with 67% recycled plastic, so it's said to be an eco-friendly packaging. The puff has a different design from the normal puffs I've seen so far. The air hole section of the air hole half puff is said to provide high adhesion as if you're tapping with the air, aligned for easy content control in order to create a thin and detailed cover. The smooth side, which is thick and has a soft velvety feel, is said to provide high coverage. With the use of the triple sebum control no-sebum powder, it's said to set as if you've powdered your face, therefore creating non-sticky, smooth-looking skin that is also less smearing. The cushion is said to have completed the human body application testing to evaluate its smear on masks, the fine dust adhesion inhibition test, and the human body application test for its 48-hour cover durability. It's also said to be fragrance-free, hypoallergenic cushion that is 9-additive-free and dermatology tested, so it's comfortable on the skin. To create a comfortable, smooth, and soft blur matte finish, the cushion uses a micro-blurring powder that specializes in covering pores and irregularities to even out the skin texture, and double green tea extract and panthenol to lock in moisture in order to create soft and smooth blur skin. It also contains powder with excellent breathability that adheres to the skin without feeling stuffy. Strangely, I found that the cushion feels different each time I use it, so I went and took a look at the reviews to see how others found the cushion felt. Some people said that it had a smoother finish than expected, while some others said that it had a completely soft finish. Personally, I found the cushion to be unexpectedly moist. While the finish does look soft and blurred, but when I touched my cheeks, it felt unexpectedly moist on the inside. It appears that the texture and application feel different from person to person. And in case you're wondering how is this different from Laneige&Innisfree's Neo Cushion Matte, I'll also go ahead and briefly go over the differences. To start off, the formulation of Laneige&Innisfree's Neo Cushion Matte and Innisfree's No-SEBUM powder is very different from each other. In short, besides the fact they are both supposedly matte cushions, I actually personally find Laneige&Innisfree's to feel more like a semi-matte cushion. I can't seem to pinpoint any similarities between the two. While Laneige&Innisfree's has a moister than expected application and a good adherence, Innisfree is relatively powdery and provides a more coverage. And in terms of shades, Innisfree seems to be brighter. 17N, 21C, 21N, 23N. 17N is said to be a natural half-toned apricot, and 21C, 21N, and 23N are shades that are recommended for daily use. Although the tone of these shades did not drop much after they were fixed, I did see a slight change in color. Comparatively, the shades don't seem to come out looking as bright as other cushions of the same shade tone. With this point in mind, let's take a look at a swatch of all the shades one by one. 17N, Ivory. While this is said to be a number 17 shade, as I continue looking at it, I can't help but find it being a more natural fit for those who uses a bright number 21. Although it does seem to go well with number 17, it doesn't seem to be a shade they'll be able to create a bright look. I think this would be more suitable for those who normally uses a neutral tone number 21 such as Hailey Sam. 21C, Rosé Vanilla. Being a shade that has a C attached to it, it's a shade that feels quite pink. When swatching all the colors to my arm, it was the pinkest of all the shades, therefore it's a shade that will be difficult for people with neutral or warm tones to use. I recommend this for those with cool tones who are exactly number 21 or a bright number 22. 21N, Vanilla. When compared to number 17, this has a slight yellowish tone, but it doesn't feel very yellow or warm though. Compared to the other shades, the tone of this one seems to drop more than the other ones do over time. As someone who normally uses a neutral tone number 23, it seems to be a good shade for me. 23N, Ginger. Although this shade is labeled N, I found the color to be much more apricot than expected, so it felt orangish. Although this seems to be suitable for people who are number 23 and has a liking for healthy-looking tan skin, it's a shade that may look strange on those who are a neutral or bright number 23. Personally, I recommend this shade for those who uses number 24 over number 23. I went and did a smear test after the cushion was fixed. While I saw that there was barely any smearing, it seems that if I had prepped my skin too moistly beforehand, there would have been more smearing. Like this, we've taken a look at all the shades and also my phone smear test. This cushion can get clumpy if you were to pick a lot of the cushion onto the puff, and it can be very thick and stuffy. So let me show you how I use it. Since I have large pores and a few bumps here and there, I'll first pick up a small amount of the cushion onto the air hole section of the puff, applying it on like a cover of my pores. I'll focus on applying onto the butterfly zone, the tip of my nose, between the brows and on the chin first, and then apply it all over my face. If you focus on coverage from the start and apply it on thickly, it'll inevitably end up smearing onto your mask. So you should first apply it on very thinly with the air hole part, and then use the smooth part of the puff to increase the coverage by lightly layering the cushion onto the areas that needs coverage. By doing this, even skin with large pores or irregularities will look soft and smooth. When applying only with the smooth side, the coverage is high enough that a concealer is not needed, but as with the coverage being high, it can look a bit stuffy. So personally, I think it's better to use the air hole side first and then thinly lay on a thin cover with the smooth side. After the cushion was fixed completely, I wore my mask, and when pressed on it firmly, I was able to see that there was no smearing or marks at all. After continuing on the day with my mask on, I took off my mask and saw that while there was still no smearing on my mask, I did see some scratch marks. Fixing the scratched area was easier than I thought. I found that tapping on the area with the air hole part of the puff seems to work better. In terms of long lasting, I left it on for about 8 hours. I was able to see how it preserved its appearance for a really long time, and while it did feel a bit smoother as time went on, my skin didn't feel dry or tight. While there was no clumping or darkening, but as it's a powdery product, there was a bit creasing on the sides of my nose. Since it tends to be hot and humid in the summer, products are likely to smear more onto masks, so I think it'd be a great idea to use the Innisfree's No-Sebum Powder Cushion this summer, as it doesn't feel stuffy on the skin and has a minimal smearing. So my video is still here. Thank you for watching my video today. Don't forget to subscribe, press the like buttons, and please leave some comments for me. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye!